how sports nutrition on sports day, why is it important for you as a coach? Why you should be doing what I do, allowing the nutrition to be a key component in athletic performance. So first things first, I'm going to share my screen with you and talk about the science, the tools that I use, and a little bit more about in sports nutrition. I'm going to go through it very quickly. You're going to get the presentation. You're going to get a certification at the end of this. It's a certificate that you attended my webinar. Now, first thing, nutrition, sports nutrition is a science. Why? Think of your body as, think of, say you're a coach or you're an athlete now in my webinar. What is your vehicle? Think in your mind. What is your vehicle? Today in the morning, I was thinking, yeah, boss, I'm Ferrari. I went for my workout and everything. By the end of the workout, I felt like, oh my God, I'm not even Tata Nano, because that exercise coach and that fellow really squeezed me. So my body was doing fasted state training today. Sunday is my fasted days training. Now, why do I do fasted state training? On other days, I do fed state. Matlab, I eat some food about 1 hour before my workout. Fasted training twice a week can help your athlete build mitochondria. Mitochondria are the generators in every cell. So समझ लीजिए मेरा bicep के अंदर, my bicep has, let's say I take out one cell. That one cell has 80 mitochondria. Now what I do on Sundays, I don't feed my body before I go for workout, 6 a.m. So suddenly that mitochondria is getting choked. अरे भाई glucose दे दो, water दे दो, ये दे दो, सब कुछ दे दो. So all the lazy mitochondria get killed. Then the body, now today I'm going to go into recovery mode and I'm going to eat my sports nutrition properly, and my body is going to run on a certain type of fuel today. This is the reason I've been able to work and build champions and wield medals, is because in sports science there are certain secrets which I want to share with you today. It's sports specific. I have a Virat Kohli, I have a Kenneth Bednarik, I have a Josna Chinnappan squash, and I have a Farideen Khan doing Olympic level lifting to get a six pack. It's also athlete specific. For example, a Robin Uthappa and a Virat Kohli. So if you're coaching in the same profession, so let's say you're a cricket coach, you're a golf coach, you're a squash coach, you're a swimming coach. Two people are not the same. I keep telling people that even exercise is bio-individual, diet is bio-individual. You understand this as a coach today on sports day, you will become more successful than most of the older generation thinkings of coaches. Okay. You need to have goals. We all say, sir, I ran very fast today. Sir, I did solid punches today. Sir, I really smashed the ball out. What is the data? What is your heart rate? What is your BP? What is your sweat rate? What is your fat percentage? So when you have goals, like Neeraj Chopra won the gold medal in the Diamond League, right? He has a goal. He wants to hit that 90-meter mark. You can see it in him. He wants to hit the 90-meter mark. So when he has a goal, it's very, very important. Finally, today's seminar, people feel, and I'll be honest with you, I observe even the top level athletes. Nutrition is naam ke vaste. In English, naam ke vaste means I am doing it because I think I've Googled or my coach has told me, but there's no scientist, there's no nutritionist there working with you. Ki breakfast, lunch, dinner, pre-training, during training, post-training. So coaches, very important. Before your player even learns to run, teach them to eat. Teach them to eat correctly, what to eat, when to eat, that is the timing, and how much to eat. This is very, very important. So for example, I have Kenneth Bednarik. Okay. So if you see Kenneth over here on my right hand on my screen, who is Kenneth? Kenneth is an American sprinter. Kenneth won the silver at Tokyo. Kenneth comes to me, Ryan Fernando, because I am one of the top nutritionists in the world. And slowly people are recognizing that there is a science in nutrition. I want to share this with you as a coach, which is you can start with simple things. Number one, diagnostics. Do blood test of your athlete. Sir, मैंने blood test, I've done it. कर दिया. What did you do? Did you do all the vitamins? Did you do all the minerals? So if you want a list of blood tests, Mridul, make sure that when we give the coach's workbook, also send the link for food intolerance test, nutritionist choice blood test, as well as all the vitamins and mineral blood test. Body composition, height, weight. I'll be talking about the DEXA scan shortly. Okay, I'm going to explain to all the coaches. DEXA scan is the gold standard of measurement. Even I don't have it. It's a very expensive machinery. Genetic testing. Many of you may have watched my videos. Gluten testing, caffeine testing, vitamin testing, mineral testing genetically. Suppose I recently discovered one athlete, he had low magnesium gene absorption. Matlab, the genetics was not getting absorbed, the magnesium was not absorbing very well. He didn't know about it. Constant tight calves, tight calves, tight calves, physio, needling. They came to me as like magnesium spray on the muscle, magnesium consumption, magnesium pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, dark chocolate. Within 7 days, he was like, "Sir, my muscles have become soft." So he did not know that he had a genetic back foot on magnesium. So lots of things. Omega balance. People say, oh, he went to Ryan Fernando. Ryan Fernando must have given him some dope. Sir, dope, steroid, nothing. Simple understanding of your body is bio-individual. Array, from your mother and father, you didn't inherit enough of iron absorption. So you are running there with coaches training, but you don't know you have iron deficiency. Then once you come to know you have iron deficiency, Ryan Fernando prescribes the right food and the supplement to boost iron. So that is there. So omega balance, we have been able to improve and reduce inflammation. So I'll give you an example. Uh, in one of the cricketers that I worked with, the omega 3 was very low. So the moment I found out that omega 3 and omega 6 balance was off, omega 3 is a fatty acid. So सब लोग बोले हाँ 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 फिश ऑयल देगा, लेकिन कितना फिश ऑयल देने का है, कभी देने का है, कौन सा ब्रांड फिश ऑयल देने का है, should I give vegetarian, should I give non-vegetarian? So very important, you should know that you can do the omega 3 testing. Again, get in touch with me, I'll send you the kit. It's 2,400 rupees in India in 2022 to do a test. Athletes are spending 50, 60,000 on all the equipment and gear. So very, very important. Microbiome testing. Coaches, I don't know if you are asking your children, your athletes, how's your potty? Constipation hota hai ya 5 times a day you go to toilet? Because a lot of athletes are not talking about bowel movement, stools. So microbiome is the bacteria in the gut. You have good bacteria, okay, bad bacteria. So I have good bacteria. I give some alcohol. I go to Goa for a party. Then all my good bacteria become bad bacteria. I have bad bacteria. I have the bad bacteria. I give him a lot of sugar, pastry, cakes. The bad guy becomes even more bad. All of these bacterias are fermenting the nutrition, releasing molecules which go into the bloodstream and ultimately end up in the brain. Motivation, um, power, ability to fight somebody. Matlab that, what do you call it? The hunger to win actually starts in the gut. आप सब लोग माइंड कोच कर दो, साइकोलॉजिस्ट, यस यस वेरी गुड, साइकोलॉजिस्ट वेरी गुड, बट इफ द बायोकेमिस्ट्री, जो केमिकल सिग्नल्स अंदर से रिलीज होते हैं आपके खाने, और जो बैक्टीरिया खाने के ऊपर फर्मेंटेशन करता है, सो द फूड इज देयर, द बैक्टीरिया एक्ट अपॉन द फूड इन योर गट, दैट्स कॉल्ड द माइक्रोबायोम. The microbiome science, I am telling you in 2022, mark my words, 10 years from now, every athlete in the world will be doing genetic testing, microbiome testing, omega 3 testing, blood testing. If you don't do these, you are just doing on the surface kind of analysis. We do power breath, measuring lung capacity. And so you do the diagnostics. Then we go to dietary habits. Nutritionists should see, what do you like? Like Kenneth Bednarek says, I don't like to eat certain foods. So now I want to give him those foods. I don't like beetroot. So beetroot is very good. It increases vasodilation. It'll make you run faster. So then I had to go and find a place where they had beetroot powder extract in a capsule and give it to him because he didn't like beetroot. So we have to understand the athlete's food preference. North India, South India. Arey, you can't give South Indian athlete paratha and you can't give North Indian athlete dosa. We have to understand that. So likes and dislikes, food culture, all of these things are there. Now, coaches, very important. 90% of your athletes lose in competition because khana, food. Dal chawal, uta, sapad. The food we eat during competition changes. Changes when you travel, changes when you go to somewhere else. And I can tell you, take resting heart rate when you're eating at your facility, at your academy, at your city. Now travel to the competition thing, check resting heart rate. It has gone up because the food is not the same. The conditions are not the same. So training and competition schedule, very, very important. Please, please, please get a nutritionist to work on your team. Do it scientifically. I guarantee you, you will improve performance. You will get more medals. You will become more famous. Athlete gets more confident. Athlete then understand I need to eat in the tournament correctly. Also, we look at a lot of medical and injury history. Josna Chinappa, she's an elite athlete in squash. She's now gone through how many years? And we're preparing even for a next Olympics if possible, a next Commonwealth Games, the next Asian Games. So we want athletes to be 35, 36, 37 without injury. Okay. So how do you prevent injury? Sir, simple logic, sir. Your house is 20 years old. You have to do maintenance in the house. You can't only do painting, sir. You'll have to do some waterproofing, change the taps, change the basin, change the tiles. बीबी बोलेगा अरे यार घर का the furniture's become outdated, change the furniture. Human body is like that. Your athlete is trained from 15 to 20 years of age, 25. By 25, their whole body has to be overhauled. So what are we doing? Raw material, the food. When athletes get older, they're eating more bad because they're getting a little bit more money, order Swiggy, Zomato, online e-commerce. No, wrong. Foods have to be directed to the athlete. What you should eat, what you should not eat. Finally, supplements. Supplement, 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 supplement. I am pro supplement. Supplements can be bad because they are contaminated. Supplements can be bad because some supplements are made in the bodybuilding um, target segment, and a lot of the bodybuilding sports which at the local levels are with a lot of steroids and drugs, so these products are built not for sports people. So when I talk about coaches, and specifically when we go for competitive level sporting, where doping is a serious offense, I tell people you need to know what are the supplements to give the player, which supplements are screened or tested under banned substances group or informed choice. So a lot of things that are there, when to give a supplement. Like I'll give you an example, okay? Research has shown phospholipids improve performance. If you watch me on Instagram or you watch me on Facebook, occasionally I'll put these secrets out there. So recently I put a secret out on phosphatidylserine. Phosphatidylserine makes up 15% of brain, 7.5% of lungs. When you give phosphatidylserine, you reduce lactic acid by 22%, improve aerobic capacity by 30%. Now imagine you take that regularly. Where is phosphatidylserine found? Soya bean, liver organ, eggs, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds. You can also get a supplement of it. Now, if you get the supplement, there is no company in the world making phosphatidylserine for athletes under the banned substance group. But I know 4 5 brands that are pure medical, you can take it. So there is a risk element when it comes to supplements. What to take, when to take, how to take, which brand to take, which molecule to take. So coaches, whilst everyone is taking, let's say, an optimum nutrition or an ultimate nutrition, be careful because there's a lot of counterfeiting happening. So a lot of business dealers are packaging what we call as foreign brands, but with Indian product and Indian mal inside. So there's a lot of what's the word? Gudalbaji happening in our country when it comes to supplements. So buy from a reputed person, buy Indian brands. Some of the top Indian brands that are out there are really good. Make friends, coaches with the owners of the brand, with the supplement manufacturing head of quality control or the marketing person, and see that you get the supply from the company directly to the athlete, not through Amazon or not through the local dealer, because the local dealer will keep original mal and spurious mal. So very, very important. So what all can we do, coaches? We can do diet planning in training and off training. All my athletes get maximum result in off training. But what they do off training, I should eat what I want. What are the goals and objectives? What is the training load? What is the calorie requirement? How do you distribute protein, carbs, and fat? So every coach will ask me, sir, are you giving enough protein? I'm like, when? During training, during off season, am I giving enough of protein for the morning session, for the evening session? Which day of the week are we giving protein more? Which day are we doing fasted training? What are the calorie requirements? Like today, Sunday, I did a workout in the morning. My calorie requirements are not going to be lower. They're going to be 2 times higher than a normal day. Why? I want to recover for the next week coming. I want to recharge my carbohydrates. I want to do glycogen replenishment. So today is going to be high carb meals throughout the entire day. Now, my genetics say I do not put on weight with high carb intake. But for example, a Virat Kohli, if he has a high carb intake, then his genetics say, beta, don't eat so much of carbohydrate. And somebody like Shikhar Dhawan can have some amount of carbohydrates. Robin Uthappa should not have any carbohydrates. So we kind of figure this out with the athletes, and these athletes then take that knowledge and then, oh, okay, not Ryan, sir. My genetics have told me I need to do this. Okay, so let's talk about a little bit of the technology. I want to share with you some of my secrets on how I do counseling and how this can help you. So for me, technology, I'm 46 years of age, uh, 20 years now. And I remember first when I studied in Goa Medical College, we used to do blood test. The blood test was what? Hemoglobin. Oh, hemoglobin. Oh, hemoglobin athlete will be anemic and all that stuff. Then we got ferritin. Arey wah, ferritin, iron, all of these things. Then we got vitamin. I remember vitamins up till 4 years ago, 7,500 for each vitamin. Today, all the vitamins, vitamin A, B1, B2, B6, B9, B12, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin K. 10 of these guys would cost 75,000 rupees up to 5 years ago. Today, all the vitamins are 6,000 rupees. Why should you test? Because the technology is there now to test it. So let's talk about what we can do. Okay. Nutrigenomics is DNA testing. Please do it. I am telling you, it's a one time expense. And if you can convince your athlete to follow the diet and the nutrition, like I'll give you an example, there's a fitness gene. Okay. So recently I explained to an athlete that he has lactate accumulation higher. So he has a gene, the MCT1 gene is like an inspector. MCT gene goes and, अरे भाई तुम lactic है ना, चलो 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 निकाल दो जल्दी निकाल दो मसल से बाहर निकाल दो. तो वो MCT1 जीन क्या होता है, इंस्पेक्टर जैसे होता है. वो अगर एक्टिव है, he says, okay boss, you are active, you can get out of the cell, remove the lactic acid from the muscle. Now this guy and even I have a low MCT1 gene. So my gene inside, today I did full exercise, karate and everything. Inside my MCT1 gene is doing, भाई तुम कुछ भी करो ना, मैं कल रायन फर्नांडो का लैक्टेट निकालेगा. So now today I'm going to drink coconut water. I'm going to eat high potassium food. Why? Because potassium can help remove lactate. I'm going to add magnesium as a supplement because magnesium can lactic acid remove me. I'm going to drink more alkaline water today. Kangen water, Bisleri water, soda water, sparkling water. I'm going to have more of that because it bumps up my alkalinity to remove lactic acid. I'm going to do Terragun massage. Now, all of this is because of my nutrigenomic fitness gene test. Microbiome testing is all about the gut. Kafi sare athletes have gut problem. You can do lactic acid and nitrate strip testing. You get strips in USA for testing lactic acid machine, pinprick, take it, check your LT load. This is a whole science. Coaches, please learn about nitrate testing and lactic acid testing. If you can do it individually for your athlete, you can keep pushing the athlete. Sweat analysis. This is slowly coming. UK, we are talking to a UK based company. They put a patch on the athlete and they analyze the sodium, the potassium, the calcium coming out of the athlete. So accordingly, you can redesign the hydration during competition. But more importantly, coaches, please understand, most sports, except for long distance events, endurance events, which include track and field of, let's say 1,500 and above, and games like cricket, hockey, football, which are endurance-based sports where the athlete sweats a lot. Most of the games in competition, athletes don't sweat that much. Where's the sweating? In the practice. So coaches understand you got to train the stomach in competition differently, and you got to train the stomach in practice differently. So this science of how much to feed in competition and how much to feed in what do you call that, in daily practice is completely different. If you have an oximeter, coaches, make all your players buy an oximeter. If you can afford the Garmin, Fitbit, Whoop is the best. My personal opinion, there's a brand in the US called Whoop, WHOP. I feel Whoop gives amazing insight for athletes. Better than Apple, better than Fitbit, better than Garmin. Without a doubt. I use the Garmin. I'm not too happy. Garmin's great for triathletes, great for marathon runners, but for sports people, it would be Apple Watch, or it would be the Whoop, or it would be the Fitbit, or the if you can't afford those 40,000 rupee watches, the MI band is pretty good. And best 800 coaches. Just have an oxygen saturation. Put it on a thing around you. Everyone, where the athlete is training, come here, beta. Tuck, put it on the finger. Check the heart rate. The lower the heart rate in rest, the lower the heart rate in training, the more conditioned the athlete is. Great way to monitor your athlete is getting more and more conditioned. You can get the entire list for blood tests by just clicking on my presentation. So coaches, I'm sending the presentation to you. So you come to this slide, just click here on the presentation, and it should take you directly to the website where you can get the whole list of blood test. By the way, wherever you are in the world, I'm happy. I work with clients in Canada, Belgium, down to New Zealand, Auckland. I'm working with people in Florida. I'm working with a South American athlete. So for me, I'm working across the world. So wherever you are, please just reach out to me on my Instagram handle or Facebook handle or my email ID, Rainer Connection. I will freely send you all the information, how you can test, what you can test, and do it. Okay. There's a lot of sensory training, which I advise to people for reflexes, for checking neuroplasticity coordination, and also coaches start getting into this circadian rhythm. I don't know how many coaches in this group travel international, but if you travel international, there's something called the retimer. I use it for my athletes ever since the Rio Olympics. You are supposed to wear these glasses like this lady is wearing, and you read for 1 hour, you watch TV for 1 hour. It changes your sleep cycle. Very, very important. Training and recovery. This is a screenshot of how I look at recovery in an athlete, whether they're overtraining. So if you see this one, overreaching, optimal, restorative, the graph below. So I can see whether the athlete is in optimal training or overreaching. So can you see when the athlete first joined me, the athlete was overreaching. Matlab, doing more training than required. What I call is donkey training. We shouldn't subject our athletes to donkey training. Let's get scientific in 2022. Just because you train 8 hours a day doesn't mean your athlete needs to train 8 hours a day. So there is a bio individuality based on monitoring the sleep, the heart rate, and the breath. When we do this, we can figure out if the athlete is in optimal training. Okay, so now, for example, trained by the day of week. I know this athlete takes a break on Saturday, and the highest load is on Monday. So on Monday, on Sunday, I give the highest carb loading, and Monday, I give the highest carb loading. Tuesday, I give high protein load so that the athlete can recover from all the muscle damage. Now, I'm not giving low protein on Monday. I'm still giving protein, but I'm giving an example of how data can help the nutritionist, how data can help the coach. Coach, imagine you fix every day your training pattern. But what if that day one guy has a little bit of fever, mild fever for 2 hours? Heart rate goes up. Next day, you have planned a systematic schedule, but his heart is saying, I can't do that training. So what are you doing to the athlete? Are you getting a positive result, or are you straining the athlete? Are you damaging the athlete? Are you injuring the athlete? When you have data with technology, you can get to the better levels. Okay. So heart rate monitoring really helps. And look, if this is very basic for you and you're already at this level, I I truly believe you're doing the right thing, sir. And please, you know, forgive my little bit of knowledge that I want to spread to all the coaches in the country, because my vision is at the grassroots level, at the basic level, school levels, at the college levels, if we can create more knowledgeable coaches, more scientific coaches, then when these athletes come to the top levels of the country, I don't have to convince the athlete कि भाई heart rate monitor कर दो. Did you do your power breath training, lung training कर दिया? Are you following a nutrition plan? Blah 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 blah. All of those things. So now today, all the top athletes, I have to break my head in counseling. Did you do this? Did you eat this? I work with Kenneth Bednarik. He's an American athlete. I don't have to convince him. Insane discipline. Virat Kohli, never had to convince him. Insane discipline came evolved. So I think they had very good coaches. They had very good philosophies over the years. So when they come, they're very ready to do whatever they need to do to be at the top of the game. So hopefully those coaches over here who are in the early parts of your career, look at technology, learn the science, understand the science, hundreds of YouTube videos to explain it to you. I also use Pmf therapy, pulsating electromagnetic field, to help nutritional absorption, vitamin absorption, recovery, microcirculation, removal of lactic acid. Previous slide, there was Terragun that, you can get lactic acid removal with what is called as percussion therapy and stuff like that. So all of those things can be done. Um, you can do hydration status. You get urine sticks on Amazon. The athlete can pee on it. You can tell the pH of the urine. You can tell the color of the urine, underhydrated, overhydrated, best hydration. I also use a proprietary software, nutritional software in our company. I think this is the reason why we win gold medals. Okay, we win gold medals because at the end of the day, it's nutrition is mathematical. Protein, carbs, fats, vitamins, minerals, water. How much of calories, how much of grams, what time, how much portion. All is mathematical. So we use a proprietary software to figure out the blood test, the genetic test, put all of that together. Um, when I started 15 years ago, I would do it manually on pieces of paper. Then I built it into Excel sheets, and then finally, today you have techie guys and techie geniuses. So I've spent a lot of money to put this into a state-of-the-art software, which I not found anywhere in the world. 5 years ago, when we upgraded my software, I went and checked in the world. Does anyone have something for Ryan Fernando for sports performance? And there wasn't anything. I recently completed the IOC diploma in sports nutrition, and even from that perspective, there was no formal teaching on how to prepare a diet plan Monday to Sunday with training load, what to eat, when to eat, how much to eat, protein, carbs, fats from dishes called meal planning. So, me and my team at Qua Nutrition of Sports Dietitians, we are the guys that feed in the data. And then the software helps us, plan a diet chart better. So I think that's the difference between most sports nutrition house there and what we do at Qua Nutrition. And it's been my vision. I want to build a 1,000 dietitian company over the next 10 years and help Indian sports get dal chawal roti very planned. Okay. And when I say Indian sports, I'm working with the world, but I'm very patriotic. I love my country. So I want us to win more gold medals at every level. And like some people want to buy a Ferrari or a Mercedes Benz, I want a gold medal for my athlete. You cannot. I cannot explain to you the joy I get when somebody comes and puts a medal next to my table and says, "Sir, medal jeet kya." I feel so happy. I feel as part of a team. And that's what today is all about. Today is Sports Day. Sports Day honors all the sports people and their support team. So if you're a coach, you're a physio, you're a masio, you're a strength and conditioning trainer, I don't know, you're the water boy on the team, you're a nutritionist, you're a dietitian, you're a mind coach. Pat yourself on the back if you're working with sports. You don't need any big awards and all. You are creating valuable people that give a lot of motivation to the country. Let me get into DEXA scan. Who's DEXA? DEXA is, you see this machine here in the picture. This is a machine, boom, the athlete goes through it. It scans the whole body and gives the most accurate body composition. जब हड्डी टूटता है ना, एक्सरे मिलते हैं ना, so doctor can look at it and press it. Oh, broken, broken. Why doctor says go for X-ray to see how much is broken. DEXA scan tells us how much of protein, how much of carb, how much of fat, how much of bone, how much of water. Gold standard. I will show you an example of a case study. Okay. So coaches, think of your sport. Let's say your athlete is female, 68 kgs, okay, and 172 centimeters, female. Body fat 27.5. Ryan sir, I want to win gold medal. My athlete is a cricketer. My athlete is a runner. My athlete is a judoka. My athlete is a golfer. So now Ryan Fernando has to scratch his head. Oh, judoka 27.4. Sir, 68.5. Sir, what she wants to fight in? Sir, she wants to fight in 72. Weight gain. Which weight gain? Not fat. Bring down fat, gain muscle. Sir, she has to do taekwondo. What weight? 60 kgs. Oh my God. 8 kgs weight loss. What weight loss? So you see here in a DEXA scan, you get your lean mass, you get your 18.8 kgs of fat mass and 2 kgs of bone mass. So what I do is when I get a DEXA, I go through it. Okay, wow, I can lose 18.8 kgs. So let me do one thing. Coach, what is your requirement? Athlete, what is your requirement? Sir, I want to be in this weight. Okay, you got so much of fat. Can I prescribe the diet to make your fat come down? So where do we get the fat loss? Coaches, this is for you. Look at the lean mass distribution in this athlete. Huh? Coaches, I hope you're there, you're watching. If you are not paying attention up to now because you're expecting the recording, just come to this picture, because when you can get a DEXA scan by your athlete in your city, you ask for this report, detailed report, trunk measurement, android, which is the core part, the arms, the gynoid, which is the thighs and the back and the glutes, and then the legs. See the fat percentage on this female. Can you see that most of the fat is distributed in the back 33.1 and 31.4? So coaches, you can start deciding training because the lean mass is the lowest in the gynoid and in the legs. So can you improve this athlete's lower body strength? Ryan Fernando, can you make a diet where 8.3 kgs of fat can be removed from the legs portion? So you see this red column over here, fat in the trunk is 7.6. Hey, no problem. We'll reduce fat in the trunk, stomach part. We'll reduce fat in the legs part also. So this is what you can do when you have data. When you have data, you can do the trading and measure again. You can do the eating and you can measure again, and you can do the sleeping. Sleep is very important, coaches. Athletes gain fat because they don't sleep enough. Coaches, whilst I'm drinking some water, can you tell me which leg is a stronger leg? Which arm is a stronger arm? Now, you can see this as a coach when, let's say, an athlete is punching or kicking or boxing or running or smashing the racket, whichever sport you're in, or a golfer, you know, which arm is, which leg and arm is dominant for the athlete because of the stance that they're holding. When you have data, coaches, what I'm trying to convince you on sports day is that data allows you to think on your preparatory bio individual training for an athlete. For example, this girl's left leg is weaker than the right leg. Everybody has that, right? But you specifically know, check this out. This girl is much more stronger on her left trunk, but left trunk is stronger, but left leg is weaker. Hoy. So the ball, you can see the imbalance, the ball balance going off. Now, nutrition can't do anything to nutrition can I cannot give food and say isko balance ho jayega. No, 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 no. What I'm trying to say, coach, listen, you are the master. You have to change the training protocol. Strength and conditioning coach, you have to change the protocol. I am the servant, nutrition is the servant. हाँ ठीक है सर, ऐसा वाला ट्रेनिंग कर दे, 1 घंटा का ट्रेनिंग, ये कर दिया, वो कर दिया, सर मसल सोनेस हो गया, okay, okay, take some amino acid, take some vitamins, take some antioxidants, take this. But when I look at this and then I'm sending this to the coaches are like, हाँ रायन सर ठीक है, उसका वेट नीचे करने का है. Sir, but also look at the balance report. Look at the muscle balance report. Look at the distribution of the fat. Where is the fat? All the fat is in the right leg, left leg, right leg. So, matlab body is heavy, legs are heavy. If this was a taekwondo person, gone. If this is a boxer, she's on her toes. After the 6 minutes, she's tired. Heavy legs. What if I can remove 2 kgs of each legs. You know how fast the boxer will become? So this is what we need to do. With data, we need to go forward. Visceral fat in this athlete was very good, 114, so no problem. You don't want to have an athlete more than 100 grams to 150 grams. Most Indian athletes have high visceral fat. High visceral fat. Visceral fat का मतलब जो stomach के पास है, liver के पास है, kidneys के पास है. Because our diet is unstructured. Too much of dalda, too much of ghee, too much of palm oil, too much of fried food in catering. Um, if we have to win, I would tell the sports ministry department in all the size, if there is a catering, you have a procurement person different and the caterer different. The caterer only has to prepare food, but the raw material guy is a guy like Ryan Fernando. You go and buy the best of nutrition, best of potato, best of rice, best of dal, best of chawal, best of chicken, best of protein, no injections, no nothing, no insecticide, no pesticides. Give that to the athlete, give it to the caterer. Now caterer prepares the food. When you tell a caterer buy potato de do, he goes and buys the most cheapest potato. When Ryan Fernando goes and buys potato, he'll buy the most expensive potato. Why? Because his athlete is a Ferrari. Caterer that is not Ferrari. Caterer that is अरे भाई मेरे को 5 रुपया ज़्यादा मिल रहा है. Keep this in mind if you're an administrator. If you can influence change in our country in the setup, wherever it is, whether it's private or public government, whatever it is, everything is improving. I'm not saying it's not improving. I'm only saying that this is one part as a nutritionist I would love to see, because then I know my athletes getting better food in the canteen. And because the athlete getting better food, visceral fat will be lower. For girls, you want to know the bone mineral density. So anything above 1 is good. Now, very interestingly, this person that I did, they were into fighting. See the ribs. Mostly ribs are low. But now I've communicated this to the coach and they're working on a little bit of everyday, little bit of boxing to strengthen the ribs. Because when you do little bit of strengthening activity, muscle activity, little bit of vibrational activity, you increase bone mineral density. How do I increase bone mineral density? I do alkaline water, I do calcium, I do vitamin D, I do phosphorus, I do magnesium, and keep the pH of the blood very alkaline. Okay, I'm going to go very fast now. These are all the things that come out of a DEXA scan. So you can get this report, you can look at it. And so the dot means next time. So you do a DEXA scan once every 6 months. क्योंकि radiation होता है, so don't do it every month. It's too much of exposure or damage on the athlete. So just do it once every 6 months. I use a simple scale called the Omron, a Japanese scale, Omron Karada scan. People say इतना इसका इतना accurate नहीं है, वो pinch caliper बहुत accurate है. Go for trend line. Trend line, take 10 measurements, go at the trend line of fat, go at the trend line of muscle going up. Even if it is not very accurate, your trend line, compare the same machine, same time of the day of weighing the athlete, and same amount of hydration in the athlete. Uh, this is about training diet. We have a recovery diet, we have a traveling diet, and we have a competition diet. Diet charts are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sometimes we give the training chart where we tell them what like. So this athlete was going to Australia and Hong Kong and Korea. So we gave different options available and how much portion the athlete should eat. So coaches, I see a lot of you with very sophisticated pages of training and how to do, where to do and all. The same comes from nutrition. And most of my fellow colleagues in sports nutrition and sports dietetics aren't doing it at this level. And let me tell you why. Because they're single standalone people. So they take one standard template, they photocopy it and they give it to you. I know this because the athlete comes to me. Many athletes come to me, sir, मेरा nutrition ये दिया. I was like, ये क्या cut copy paste है? Bio individual नहीं है. Timing नहीं है. नहीं नहीं. So athlete is also doing नाम के वास्ते. Nutritionist is saying athlete is not doing anything. So she's also like after some time, अरे यार, who's going to make the effort? Now what happens in Qua Nutrition? The company of mine, we have 60 dietitians. There is Ryan Fernando, the vision of sports nutrition going to the next level. Below that, there is chief nutritionist. Then we have quality control. So whenever my diet chart goes, you will see quality control. Some people will come back and say, sir, you can't give that supplement. Then I have to justify to somebody who is junior in my organization. But as a principal, there is a certain protocol that needs to be followed. Just because I'm Ryan Fernando, good nutritionist, doesn't mean my chart is the best. No, somebody else has to check. Is it as per process and protocol for that athlete? That checking philosophy is there in core nutrition when we prepare charts. Coaches, raw material equals sports nutrition. If the athlete damages, just yesterday I had an athlete who had an ACL tear. So so the surgery is happening 7 days later, 8 days later. Next week it's happening after Ganesh. I started omega 3, collagen, vitamin D, omega 3 till 2 days before the surgery. So father was asking me, why, sir, why do we need to give all of this? Imagine my house, I have to break this wall behind me. My wife wants to break it, it goes into the terrace on the behind. Hmm. Okay, let's break the wall. Injury ho gaya. Now, after I break the wall, then I will search for contractor to take the bricks away. Then I will search for contractor to give me quotation for new bricks. Then I will call one contractor for putting new window. Then I will call a contractor painter, or I will do the research first. Availability of nutrition is doing the research as soon as you get injury. Oh, you got injured? You need these molecules. All athletes wait till 10 days later. Everybody gets injured. सर अभी डाइट नहीं कर सकते ना, बाद में आएगा. अबे साला, अब भी आ जाओ. जब हॉस्पिटल जा रहे हैं एम्बुलेंस के अंदर, ग्लूटामिन ले लो, ये ले लो, टर्मरिक ले लो, all these molecules go in and dynamic healing happens immediately. Okay, so this is very, very important. Now I want to share things on why your athletes take very long. By the way, I don't know if you know, muscle lasts in your body for 14 years before it's turned over. So समझ लीजिए ये जो मेरा बाइसेप है, छोटा बाइसेप है. This is my bicep, small bicep. Okay. So I'm working out my bicep. 14 years later, when I'm what is it? Yeah, whatever, when I'm in my 60s, okay? Uh, the muscle completely changes. New muscle comes, new muscle cell. So it's like saying you buy a car every 14 years for your muscles. Muscle ages 14 years. Fat, look at it. Where is fat? Can you help me find fat? Fat कहाँ है भाई? Fat तो यहाँ है. हाँ, right here at the bottom, sixth star. Fat cells, 8 years. 8 years. So please understand, it takes 2 Olympics to align your athlete from fatty bumbalati to six pack. So a lot of cells. So when I talk to athletes, like skin epidermis cells, 10 to 30 days. Okay. Intestine cells, 20 days. So every 20 days it turns over. Now imagine you go to Korea for training. हाँ, कोरिया जाएगा. आपको पता नहीं कि you don't know what you need to eat. Intestine like, अरे भाई ये क्या है, क्या कौन सा food दे रहे हैं यार? What food? Stupid food you're giving me. But damage. Look at stomach, 2 to 9 days. Okay, what else is there? Small intestine epithelium, intestine inner skill, 2 to 4 days. So within 2 to 4 days, there is a new cell lining coming in. What if you're giving bad food? So for 2 to 5 days, your body is saying red alert, wrong, 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 wrong. You look at your blood cells. Your blood cells are anywhere from 4 weeks to 6 weeks, 7 weeks. Okay. Uh, look at your skeleton. 10% every year. That means your athlete at the age of 19 and at the age of 29 has completely changed over the skeletal frame. So calcium, vitamin D, protein to make the matrix, you can actually make a more powerful athlete in a decade. The mitochondria, you put protein in, depending on, I have actually seen people have 2 grams, 3 grams per kg body weight. I had a wrestler who was 90 kgs taking 300 grams of protein a day, and he destroyed his intestines because he didn't understand he needed only 120 grams of protein. He had a very good gut first. Some stupid person went and told him have 4 scoops of protein post training, damaged his gut. Then he came to me. He says, and he kept asking me, sir, are you sure I'm getting less protein? And I'm like, beta, you just follow. You don't need extra of anything as an athlete. You need to understand the systems in your body. Ryan Fernando gets all the free protein in the world. I should look like Arnold Schwarzenegger, no? Hey, I am Arnold Schwarzenegger. I got all big muscle. Beta, I get all the free protein, but if no matter how much protein I eat, my muscle remains small because I do not have the genetics to grow big muscle. So diet cannot be कि जो Arnold Schwarzenegger खाएगा, Ryan Fernando खाएगा, he gets the same result. So please understand all your amino acid absorption is dependent on your microbiome, your genetics for your protein absorption, your genetics for B12, B9, B6, which help break down protein. Okay. A lot of slides on how dietary protein can affect your bone structure and muscle structure. And I do lecture on special courses at institutenutrition.com where I teach high-end classes, and over there I talk about turnover means how the body is breaking down, and then how your raw material has to be in place to help rejuvenate or rebuild those broken down cells on a day-to-day training. For example, um, I'll give you a simple example. Okay, when you break down old muscles and there's a breakdown of muscle, you require beta alanine, okay, which can, and antioxidants, which can improve muscle function. This amino acid called hydroxyproline is found in collagen. So hydroxyproline breaks down. So a lot of soreness happens not because of lack of whey protein. You find foods which are high in hydroxyproline. BCA makes up 35% of your muscle, glutamine makes up 60% of your muscle. Add up these guys together and give it to you. Mostly the raw material goes into blood and muscle says, oh boss, you send me new raw material. I can repair myself in 24 hours. If I cannot repair, I get a lot of pain. That is called DOMS, delayed onset of muscle soreness. So the amino acids, the timely delivery of it, and you notice the glucose metabolites is received. This is huge thing in today's world, and I studied under Professor Louise Burke. If you Google up Louise Burke, she's one of the most famous sports dietitians in the world. Australian, Australian gold medal triathlon team, cycling team, even the cricket team. So Louise Burke, I asked her this question. I was like, ma'am, what do you feel about all of this ketogenic diet and low carb training and all? She says, we've tried it with Olympic level athletes and it doesn't work. It works in recreational athletes, but it does, and older athletes, but it doesn't work in the younger athlete. So I think till the age of 30, coaches, if you have youngster athletes up under 30, don't try and do any of these exotic diets. Dal, chawal, roti, proper diet, figure it out. There are so many studies on vitamin C in helping injuries. I have a different viewpoint. Vitamin C is a contractor to help connective tissue. All athletes, boom, they use fast, explosive movements. So just now I did that, my shoulder hurt. So there's all the ligaments and tendons and all. अरे भाई विटामिन सी दे दो ना रिकवरी के लिए. कौन सा रिकवरी? कोई इंजरी नहीं हो गया. नहीं नहीं सर, give more vitamin C in the diet. He's doing so much of hard work. No, but sir, he didn't have injury. Arey, but the study is saying when you get injury, you give vitamin C, it helps in healing. What if I don't want it to break? Can I give vitamin C? Sir, there is no such study. Okay, sir. Is there any harm in giving vitamin C? No. So why not give vitamin C? Sir, supplement of food? Good question. पतला athlete है, मोटा athlete है. Sir, patla athlete. Mota banane ka? You want to make the athlete more fatter? Yes. Okay, give oranges, 4 oranges. Guava, amla. You want to make the fat athlete skinnier? Okay, sir. Give a supplement. Give amla. Amla. Orange also is orange is also helping in weight loss. Oh, no, sir, not orange juice. Orange juice is 4 oranges. Give one orange to eat. Sir, I suggest collagen. Whey protein was previously good. Whey protein is good if there is no milk allergy. But in addition to any other protein, please give 5 to 10 grams of collagen every day to your athlete. Mark my words, injury-free athlete for the longest period ever. Athletes recover faster, lesser aches and pains in weekly training. Vitamin D. Sir, coaches, All athletes have vitamin D. Virat Kohli had vitamin D deficiency. Kenneth Bednarik had vitamin D deficiency. Sharmila Nikat had vitamin D deficiency. Rohit Sharma had vitamin D deficiency. Amir Khan had vitamin D. Amir Khan is not an athlete. He had vitamin D deficiency. Ryan Fernando had vitamin D deficiency. Coach, even if you do vitamin D blood test, so हमारा जो dark skin होता है ना, the dark skin that we have, somehow it's like a filter to prevent the activation of vitamin D at the skin level, right? So I feel that whenever I've boosted vitamin D, testosterone level goes up. Vitamin D is a molecule on which testosterone framework is built. You can say that it's like a raw material to cholesterol, and vitamin D are the raw materials required to build testosterone. Who is testosterone? The male hormone found in females also, which build athletic prowess. And by the way, when I was talking to you about lactic acid gene, research has shown people with higher testosterone clear out lactic acid faster. So I do free testosterone and total testosterone. Now I do the genetic test. And if his MCT1 gene doesn't clear out lactic acid, then I'm scratching my head. Arey bhai, ये तो vitamin D का deficiency है. He has vitamin D deficiency. He has slow lactic acid clearance. I need more testosterone. Arey bhai, boost his testosterone. So what all stupid athletes are doing, they are taking testo boosters, which is illegal. Then they test positive. I'm like, boss, just do simple things now. Your zinc is low, your vitamin C is low, your vitamin D is low. First, do the basics. Get yourself to natural level supremacy. Then test. After your natural level supremacy, your 600, 700 total testosterone. Good. Free testosterone is at 3.6 to 5.5, whatever level it has to come to. Great. Coffee does work for certain people in endurance and high intensity acting. So I use caffeine about 3 milligrams per kg body weight. And I use caffeine about 7 to 8 days prior to training. I always try any nutritional supplement before the competition, never during the competition. Hydration, very, very important. Um, Coaches, if you have time, my team at Qua Nutrition make reach out to you. We talk a lot about hydration because I personally have designed a product called One Chase. Because in my previous company, I designed a product called Fast Charge. It was not available for many months, and I felt that nothing was available for the Indian athlete. Everyone was taking products like Electrol, Enerzol, High Speed, and as a sports nutritionist, I just felt that that was not gold medal. So somebody came to me and said, Ryan Fernando, why don't you do it? So I made the product. It's available. It's called One Chase. It should be taken in training for people who are sweating and training more than 2 hours a day. And when I say you're sweating, you're losing at least 1 kg of sweat per day, at least minimum 1 kg of sweat. What do you need to look for? Sodium to potassium, isotonic solution. It should be kid friendly. And what I have done when I made One Chase, this is the product. I've put the right blend of glucose and fructose. Okay, so I'm already getting feedback from coaches, from athletes, from trainers that they're feeling very rejuvenated. There's only one issue with this product. I've given very little flavor in it. So everyone like, sir, koi flavor nahi, no flavor is there also. It feels little bland. I want to put more flavor in it. Please understand, the elite athlete trains 4 to 5 hours a day. I need to drink this solution up to 2 to 3 liters. When you put too much of artificial orange, artificial cola, artificial pineapple, sir, taste अच्छा है, sir, taste अच्छा है. अरे भाई, chef बनाते हैं या athlete बनाते हैं? Athletes have no taste buds. So what I tell athletes, buy One Chase, put your lemon or put whatever flavor you want into that, but flavor is artificial. So this is very important. By the way, all of you are getting this, so you can order it. There's a link over here at the bottom. You can copy this and pick it up. The promo code is COA11. You'll get a special discount across. But you'll see that all coaches, get a complimentary sample of a sachet for them to try it out. That would be amazing for them to try it out on themselves, their athletes, on a taste parameters. That would help. By the way, these are my favorite products. Okay, One Chase. There's a product from supplement.in called collagen. Again, I've designed this for athletes. Collagen will help in your recovery, can be had during training or, in between the day. One whole scoop, which is about 10 grams in a glass of cold water. Again, promo code QUA11 can figure it out. Coaches, uh, during COVID, I designed this product called Immuno Uno. So I gave the prescription to design this product at supplement.in. Everybody falls sick. Um, Two of my athletes went to the Commonwealth and they fell sick. Both were medal prospects. I think one of the medal prospects got 10 lakhs from the government. So I ask you this question: take care of your immunity or wing it? So now I'm telling all coaches, all athletes, 2 weeks before the games, don't try and get a cold. But you train so hard, some guy in the lift you're traveling with has a cold. Wear a mask. Not COVID, just to avoid a cold because of the intensity of your training. I don't know, coaches, if you have traveled abroad, if you ever see the Korean teams or the Japanese teams, whenever they travel, they wear masks before COVID time also. The whole idea was you train so hard, you can't fall sick, you can't be exposed to somebody else's germs till you finish the finals. So Immuno is designed by me to boost your immunity system. It's an effervescent tablet. Drop it in a glass of water, and that should help you take you to the next level in terms of boosting immunity. I've chosen tulsi, I've chosen giloy, turmeric in small quantities to activate your immune system. And try it out. I'm only asking you to try it out. Try it out on yourself, try it out on your athletes. Insist that your athletes carry this wherever they travel in the world. From If you're going from Dindigul to Chennai, you're going from Guwahati to Calcutta, you're going from Jaipur to Lucknow. You will travel in train, you'll travel in bus, you'll travel in flight. You need him. The athlete needs immune boosting because if they catch a sickness, whole 5 months, 6 months of training gone, gaya. Fasten up. This is my best fat burning product. I recently tried it out. Dropped one effervescent in my one chase solution for my athlete. The taste was amazing. So why I like it? It gives 1000 milligrams of the best Swiss L-carnitine. I do work with Fasten Up. They pay for all my training expenses. So I got to thank them for them. So among all the products out there, Fasten Up is a really good product. But L-carnitine, you can go up to 8 grams a day. L-carnitine helps in taking fat from outside the cell and putting it into the mitochondria. So today before my karate session, I was like, L-carnitine, yeah, 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 yeah. So no food, yeah, 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 fat burning. Okay. So L-carnitine is a fat shuttler. Could you use this for all athletes? Yes. What age? Above, anyone who's above 50 kgs can use it, 14 years above. Okay, 14 years ke niche, give me a call. I will look at the blood test of the athlete and tell whether liver and kidney is properly formed and all, and then we can say whether they can take this supplement. Isotonic, sports drink, protein powder, glutamine, BCA, even 10 and 12-year-old athletes can take small quantity. 1 gram, 2 gram, protein can be 10 grams. Protein in children don't give more than 10 grams per serving. It will, the kidney and liver can process only 10 grams per hour in small children under 50 kgs of weight. One of my favorite beetroot supplements. Beetroot enhances aerobic performance by up to 17 to 20% in 6 weeks period. Athletes hate beetroot. They don't have patience to eat beetroot. This product, 2 scoops, 3 hours before training. So normally in the evening time around 3 o'clock, best time to take. This is my protocol. Coaches, thank you so much for attending today. This is my gyan. This is my secret for this season. A lot of athletes now in monsoon and in winter time will get a lot of cold. Okay. You can't take any sort of medicine from the pharmacy because of doping. You know something? I almost prescribed Otrovin nose drops to my client. I told my dietitian, hey, just please check in WADA list. And guess what? Otrovin comes under banned substances. So I almost made a pop that I gave Otrovin to a client. So then my dietitian came back, sir, even Otrovin is on banned substance. I'm like, hey, Then she said, sir, see the active ingredient. So nasal drops, asthma inhalers, cough medicine, cold medicine, only paracetamol, Dolo, paracetamol, Crocin, and Panadol. These are things that you can give an athlete. Okay. What do I give when you get a cold? Ginger, garlic, honey, water. There's a beautiful brand called West Indian Honey. They have ginger infused honey. Mridul, we are keeping ginger infused honey in the clinic. Just look at that brand, see their website, give all the coaches the link of that product. It's an amazing product because when you put the honey in, the ginger goes and coats the throat and forms like an antiseptic thing. Okay. Add garlic and ginger to all meal preparations except Jain people. Okay. Jain people, give me a call. I will tell you instead of garlic and ginger, what else you can do. You can do tulsi, you can do brahmi, you can do echinacea, you can do giloy. You can take my immuno uno one effervescent. Glutamine, one scoop on waking up, one scoop at 11 o'clock, one scoop at 4 o'clock, either in orange juice, musambi juice, or black tea. Samahan. I don't know if you have heard of this. Samahan is all the possible herbs. It's a Sri Lankan product. Very good. Can take it. It helps in clearing the lung congestion and everything and all of that stuff. You can take it once or twice a day. Tell your athlete to gargle with salt water 3 times a day. Sir, खुजली हो रहा है, ये हो रहा है, वो हो रहा है. अरे बेटा अभी जाओ. Warm water, salt. It will वो धोएगा sir. It will wash it. It will wash any bacteria trying to form an infection at that time. Black tea. I don't know if you read this, but in COVID, some Chinese scientists did a study on how black tea was reducing the efficacy of the cold virus, and if they talked even about the COVID virus in a petri dish in the lab. I read that and I was like, भाई सब लोग ग्रीन ब्लैक टी और ग्रीन टी दे दो, क्या हो जाएगा, फैट बर्निंग हो जाएगा और कुछ नहीं हो जाएगा. 2-3 cups of black tea is not going to make you gain weight. In fact, it is weight loss. It is okay. 1 out of 1 million people have a liver issue with teas. Blood test. Immuno effervescent tablet, ginger turmeric tea at night. Soups. Please do hot soups when the athlete have cough and cold. Clear vegetable soup, butternut soup, tomato betel soup, ginger carrot soup. And these are the main things that you need to do. That's it on my presentation. I'm going to go into question and answers. I want to know if there are a lot of question and answers. Let me start answering some of the questions that are out there. Mridul, is my question and answer sharing on the screen as I've opened it?
No, I can't see.
You can't see it, so only I
No.
can see it.
Yeah.
Okay, how do I do this? Okay, fine. Yuvraj asked me the first question. The first question is erythromycin is under the dope list. Um, um, so it is not under the antibiotic of antibiotics. Most of the antibiotics are not on the banned substances list. Coaches, how I can help you? When coaches work with us, wherever they are in the world, they can WhatsApp us. So within half an hour, me or my team of dietitians will come back to you by looking at VADA's list and see if that medicine is there on the list. And we will there tell you, sir, no, please don't take it. Sir, you can take it. So we can help you um, uh, from the whole thing. Gauri, so next, an anonymous cricketer has asked, I have problem in focusing and concentrating. What is the best diet to improve? So beta, first check your B12 and vitamin D. Both are responsible to boost your immunity and boost your B12 is known to help in mental focus, even the B complexes, number one. Number two, look at your diet. If your diet is lacking carbohydrates, your brain is not getting enough of the good sugars and therefore it is slugging. Third is you may be low in hemoglobin, you may be low in ferritin and iron. So then your blood is feeling very dila. So brain is saying, अरे भाई कुछ तो oxygen दे दो, and brain is saying, अरे यार ये तो oxygen नहीं दे रहा है, I'm not getting any oxygen. So let's do one thing, let's shut down his thinking. Fatigue. You could do the genetic test and check about your fatigue. Okay. So I use blueberries for mental concentration. I use green tea. I use theanine. I use branchine amino acids. I use phosphatidylserine and phosphatidylcholine. And I use magnesium to improve and boost brain performance. Okay. Lots of questions. Lots of questions. What is my opinion on carnivore diet? Carnivore means non-veg diet. So Ritik has asked a question on non-veg diet. So I don't have an opinion on vegetarian and non-vegetarian from a sports performance point of view. I did work with Sushil Kumar and his two Olympic medals, and he was a pure vegetarian. And I am convinced that a person can be vegan, a person can be vegetarian under a sports nutritionist by looking at the blood test and looking at, creatine and your VO2 max and looking at everything, and you can still be a vegetarian athlete and win, and you can still be a non-vegetarian athlete and win. The perspective is, what you're putting into your body, what's the processing happening, the blood test, the genetic test, everything else that is there. So I would not shoot down a carnivore diet. Having said this, Ritik, there's a beautiful documentary on Netflix called Game Changers. You might want to watch it because it suggests that athletes who are on a vegetarian or vegan diet have lesser inflammation, so recovery is faster. And this is true because I had about 40 athletes change from non-vegetarian to vegetarian during the game changer period 3 years ago. And we actually saw improvement in dropping heart rate, dropping blood pressure, more endurance in a 2 kilometer sprint test. But at the end of the day, if you like non-veg, then you're going to stick to non-veg. I don't think there's a harm. It's about how you balance it. Okay. Uh, y- when should you take L-carnitine? L-carnitine ideally is taken early morning on an empty stomach to help in fat burning and post breakfast and post lunch. I personally don't recommend L-carnitine towards the night period because a lot of people say that it makes them mentally alert. So they get more energy. So they want to go out and party. So if you're going to go on having a party, then take L-carnitine in the evening to go dancing. But otherwise, for athletes, keep L-carnitine in the sunrise part of the phase of the day, which is from 6 a.m. to about 5 p.m., not after that. Again, as I said earlier, 8 grams of L-carnitine is what you could do. So there's a lovely question from our coach Anand sir, and Anand sir has asked that sports players after retirement, is it important to maintain a nutrition? And are there any side effects? So, sir, let me tell you one thing. Let's imagine I am 46 years of age. I am training 7 days a week, but my body is breaking down. Now, why am I training 7 days a week? Because I'm a retired person. I love my sport. I love to do it. I love to train. Should I eat correctly? I'll eat normal dal chawal roti, but I need some nutritional supplement because my genetic test and my blood test is, hey, Ryan, beta, your body is less. Something is less. So now when we have that knowledge, nutrition maintenance via diet or supplements is taking care of your body. Sir, car, phone, house, everything you can change, sir. Everything you can change. You can't change your body. So what we put into the body is of the highest importance. Okay. So I would say do a blood test for anybody who's a recreational retired player. Do a blood test, do a genetic test, eat properly. Even if you're retired, eat properly because eating can really maintain your vehicle. Okay. There's an anonymous attendee. Sir, I'm a 24-year-old national level speed skater. I got diagnosed with complete ACL tear and meniscus damage. I never felt my knee giving up. Physiotherapy says clinically I have no sign and symptom on the 10 and I need no surgery. I'm not, I should try the sport again after strengthening. Orthopedic surgeon says surgery is the only option for tear. Sir, how to heal it naturally in a non-operative, conservative way? So number one, I am not going to say whether you can do surgery or not surgery. You have a tear. You have no pain. This is my logic. Why did it tear? Maybe because of the skating, the knee went in the wrong way, broke or whatever. Let's improve your body weight. Let's improve your fat weight. Let's improve your muscle. What has it got to the knee? You want your knees now, which don't have an ACL, to get maximum muscular and tendon and cartilage strength for whatever is connected. I genuinely believe that if you do the surgery, if it is a sports orthopedic surgeon, he will understand how to stitch it back for maximum mobility. There is no guarantee, but if you feel no pain and no issues and you train like a demon, Maybe you don't need surgery. Then you need vitamin D, you need collagen, you need more pineapple in your diet, reduce inflammation. You need more turmeric in your diet, reduces inflammation. Purple cabbage reduces inflammation. Why? Because when something is broken, there is kujali in that area. There is an inflammation. Anonymous attendee who is a national level speed skater. If anyone has reached district and state level and then national level, if you're not doing a nutrition plan, but you're buying the most expensive skates, forgive my language, person is dumb. 90% of Indian athletes are dumb. Most expensive shoes, most expensive clothes, most expensive equipment, rackets, cycle, this, that, everything. Food, stupidity. I am trying to convince people on sports day. First, work on your diet. You become a champion internally. Your foundation gets very strong. This is what I wanted to communicate in today's seminar to all of you. Um, lots of so there is a Pugazandi who is mentioned about 10 athletes are banned by Athletic Integrity Unity on dope test. Sir, yes, every athlete should not dope. Your life will go. By the way, doping can happen intentionally. Intentionally means you purposely take dope and try to escape. And then unintentionally is an accident. So you don't know which product to take. You take the wrong product. Somebody convinced you, you are a little bit not of a scientific mind. And then there is sabotage. I do know of a case where I genuinely believe that that athlete's protein powder was spiked with steroids by the roommate or somebody like that. Um, I think that's the only explanation because the product given to the athlete was of what we call as uh, informed sport. Informed sport means the chapa is there that this is dope free. But on the open container, there was dope. In the closed container, there was no dope. So how did the dope go into the? So somebody has put some banned substances into that product. So sabotage can be one major thing for athletes. So uh, don't intentionally dope. Your career will end. Accidentally be responsible to know what you're taking. Come to Ryan Fernando. Come to Core Nutrition. We will help people understand what is the right thing. And then the other one is be very cautious about where you keep your supplements in your room. Keep it under lock and key if you share it. Even if the next person is your best friend. Don't don't trust anyone that walks into your room. Don't keep your supplements open. Keep your supplements in a lock and key. Very, very important. So Rohit has said, I am a triple jumper who started this event recently and went to your physiotherapist and learned about a webinar. He says that I don't have too much money to spend on a nutritionist because they don't have budgets. And most athletes are starting in their career. They will get sponsored once they get achievements, but we need to work for the minimum achievements to get noticed by others. So Rohit, I will speak very clandestinely and very freely. Beta, I want to drive a Mercedes Benz. I can't afford a Mercedes Benz. Will you please sponsor a Mercedes Benz to me? Because when I drive the Mercedes Benz, then the world will know I'm very good. I've arrived. That's what Instagram is for all of the youngsters today. Sab dikhane ka hai. You're asking me to give you a nutrition plan free. You can do what you want today on the internet and earn your money. Whether you're a sports athlete or you're a typer or you're a digital marketer. So don't be lazy. Find a job, work out and earn money, and then part some of your money towards your sports support staff. Where am I coming from this? I sponsored about 8 or 10 athletes and I discover they have iPhones. बेटा तुम्हारा पास आईफोन है ये फोन है अरे डब्बा वाला फोन खरीद लो ना तुम स्मार्टफोन क्यों खरीदता है so please get your priorities right you have to invest and there are no free handouts you want free handouts go to your local MLA लोकल एमएलए आपको स्पॉन्सर करेगा लोकल एमएलए से भाई तुम पहले दिखा दो बाद में पैसा देगा so there is something called studying hard to pass an exam study hard pass the exam train hard, get noticed. Eat diligently, get noticed. Watch all Ryan Fernando's videos. You will get all the free advice on the internet on what to do. Please do the hard work. right? So that is one way you can do. Finally, find somebody who in your circle of neighborhood. I'll give an example. One athlete in his neighborhood was really good. He went to all the uncles and aunties in his street. They all pitched in every year 10,000 rupees to him. Do that, no? Be the beta of your street, be the beta of your neighborhood, be the beta of your city. You've got the internet to show your hard training. Do that, Mr. Rohit. Okay? And I wish you all the best. And I hope you come to me for a nutrition plan. But I won't do it free of cost, beta. Because when I give it free of cost, I don't get any respect from the athlete. Hello, I have your appointment today. Oh, so sir, sorry, sir. I forgot today's your appointment. I have given you my appointment to you free of cost. You cancel the appointment with me. This is the way the respect comes. So, what I tell people, including Virat Kohli, please pay me. When I say 9 a.m., he's there at 8:59. When you pay for the services to your coaches, your physiotherapist, your nutritionist, your trainer, and everybody else, they are there to do service to you. They are not there for charity work. Remember this, you will go a long way in your life and become a very successful person. God bless you, Rohit. All right. I think we've done a lot of stuff. It's Sunday. It's time for us to have biryani. It's my biryani day. What are you eating today? Tell me, what are you eating today for lunch? By the way, everyone, you're going to get certificates for attending this webinar. So, Mridul, I know 500 plus registered, and we have me stopping the recording now.